We got involved with Lunches for Learning through some coworkers. A couple of folks were talking, a Lutheran brethren and one of my Methodist folks. Good Shepherd United Methodist Church, we've always really wanted to be involved in ministry and mission. That was one of the focuses that we wanted our congregation to be about from the very beginning. We wanted to be involved locally, nationally, and internationally. And Lunches for Learning has provided a great opportunity for us to be involved internationally in a great mission, a simple one that had a vision of one man and has really grown. It's kind of a loaves and fishes story to me, but those are the kinds of things I like. I mean, as a pastor, we get inundated with several opportunities by folks to be involved in their passions and their dreams. And some of them are worthwhile, some of them are not so worthwhile. And some of them you don't really know about it until you get to see it up close and personal. We sent a couple of folks down to Honduras last year, and they came back just with a great story. Our school needed a kitchen though. We supported the Julio de Reyes school, and it was a great school, but they didn't have a kitchen facility. The families were preparing the meals and then bringing them to the school. So we helped provide a kitchen for them to use. The funds for that, in addition to what we were sponsoring the school, and that's one of the things that we've really liked about Ron and his organization, Lunches for Learning. They have done a great job with staying focused on their part of the mission, but allowing us to maybe do a little bit more with our school and be a little bit more involved. Well, after our two folks came back last year, I decided I had to go too. So this past November, three of us from Good Shepherd United Methodist Church traveled down to Honduras to see our school, to be a part of other graduating ceremonies. We were there with a couple of folks from Atlanta and some folks from Chicago, and we're just well received by Ron and his team down there. I just couldn't believe how smooth everything went. When we were in the community, when people realized we were connected with Lunches for Learning, they had profound respect for the organization, for the work that they did, and I really like that as a pastor. You know, I mean, you want your money being spent well and utilized, and you want the most help it can do. And so we were really impressed. The folks down there were very hospitable. The country is an amazing place to visit and to see, but the hospitality was absolutely incredible in the town and in the schools. We went to several graduations and got to see the kids there. And one of the things that somebody had told us on the way down, a pediatrician that was traveling with us, he said, you'll see some of the younger kids with brown hair. And he said that's because they're suffering from some of the malnutrition. He said if you look at the older kids that have better nutrition, their hair is the Honduran jet black. So it was kind of amazing as we traveled to some of these schools to see the little kids, the kindergarten kids, and some of the other kids from the community that were there, the younger ones who did have that brown hair. And then to look at the older kids, the older elementary kids that had been provided a meal and a multivitamin, and all of a sudden, you know, their hair was jet black, but their whole persona was a little bit better too. So as a pastor, I've been just very impressed with how the whole program works, about how, you know, you can be involved with it. You can do as little or as much as you want to do, but just like with anything else, the more you get involved with, the more you get out of it. And that's what our congregation at Good Shepherd United Methodist Church has found. The more we get involved with them, the better we feel, the better we see the hands and feet of Christ being out in the world. And it's been a great thing for us to be a part of. We like to focus on some local and some national missions, and Lunches for Learning has been a great place for us to be a part of an international trip and an international ministry and mission that's really filling a need.